Good afternoon. Continuing on with our little discussion here about leaders and their roles. This little bit of information here. One of the things that came up out of the survey that I had completed, was managers are the missing link in effective organizational communication. Here are some common complaints. And the important thing about what I'm going to tell you now is the impact, is the amount of time in a manager's day that is taken up by these things. Number one, lack of interpersonal communication, such as greeting employees when they see them. That sounds pretty understandable, right? Next one, inability to give clear direction. And the next one, unwillingness to give feedback. When you consider the role of a leader, the role of a manager is to, first of all, you bring in an employee, you hire them on day one. They need to be trained to do what they were initially hired for. That is the first objective, is to make sure people are trained to be successful in what they're been hired to do. Well, you can't do that unless you give good feedback, because the person is trained and may not know if they're doing the job right or not. So these two things, these are two bread and butter, solid things that managers do. They give clear direction and feedback. And one of the two common complaints is neither one of them is done correctly. Lack of emotional control or propriety, such as yelling at an employee in front of an entire workforce. When you look at the situations and the occurrences when that happens, it really comes down to the manager not being fully trained, and they panic, they get frustrated. And that is usually a responsorial statement, not by plan, but it just comes out that way because it's almost a defensive mechanism. So these are things that managers need to be able to do, because that's what one of their main jobs are to do exactly these things here. Greet your people when they come into work, train them well, give them feedback. And the feedback topic goes way beyond initial training. It goes into that area of reviews, periodic reviews, to assure the employee that they're on the right track. But then also in those periodic reviews, you can dig deeper into things that the employee would like to do as well. So, of the five top things that employees want, one of them is to be well trained, so well trained that they believe they have the ability to do better. And emotional control, simply responding in a calm voice. Our folks look to us for stability in times of chaos. You've heard the phrase chaos brings new order. Well, the only way chaos brings new order is if there's a calm person in the middle bringing it to pass. Good talking to you today. Next time.